Hey guys, it's your girl Notice, and I am recording a meeting about my ideal key person in the salon. And it was always, for me, it was going to be the receptionist. I needed a receptionist that had like abnormal ability, something that I was able to do for myself, but behind the chair, I needed this to happen on a constant. And I'm gonna tell you that there is an app. The app that I use, Booksy, basically handles a lot of these things that it basically removed me individually from having to have a receptionist. This app already does the hey, if I didn't answer the phone, it automatically sends you, hey, did you know that you can schedule 24/7 and check out my prices? And it directs you to the website. If the day before, it sends you an email or a text message reminding you of your appointment the next day. If there's any changes and I make it to your appointment, it automatically sends you notification for you to confirm. It also asks me to confirm that I did see it and accepted your appointment. And if I need to make any changes, I can do at that time. It keeps a record of my appointments, everything. So when I'm saying what I needed from an individual, most of this cannot happen on a bigger scale in a full service employee based salon. So if you have employees and a couple of them, your receptionist ends up being a different type of entity than what she was as a working for up under a bunch of booth runners. There's totally a lot of different things that are asked or I asked for in those two different entities. And really, I really wanted that the person, my ideal person, I really wanted them to be that person all the time, no matter what. Okay, so if it was a booth running salon, if it was a employee-based salon, I wanted this type of person. But right now, I'm gonna go over the booth running type of the booth running person that I needed. So I'm gonna share the page. The page allows you to see everything that I see, and I basically jot down a bunch of notes. So when I'm talking about it, I know where I want to talk on, and if I'll most of the time I usually elaborate a little bit on a couple of things that I posted to myself. So I'm gonna go in here. Yeah. Okay. My important piece is the perfect receptionist. I always wanted to find it. I always train my receptionist to be this thing that I wanted. And then I had extra parts that I needed to add to it. It could have been another entity or that person as well. But these couple things. This is to me, the receptionist was an important piece because being behind a chair removed me from handling UPS paper, removed me from being able to have that long conversation about a retail product, especially if I'm full in this capacity. Now, if you have customers here and there and in between stuff, you're able to do a lot more of these things. As a employee, if you're trying to come into this boutique license, these are a couple other skills that you may want to add and possess because they will help you go forward in the salons that don't answer the phone for you, or they might rotate the position for a receptionist. These things can also work for you as well. So first, let me go. Like I said, I was going to go over booth running. In the booth running salon, most of the time the receptionist answers the phone. She forwards calls. That means that somebody called for you. She might come into your room, tell you somebody on the phone, and give you the phone to talk to them. Um, they're usually scheduled for the owner. They don't usually schedule for the whole salon, and a lot of times that was because some stylists didn't actually have a schedule. They may come at this time, may go to the other job, they may call off or whatever. And if you did, as a receptionist, find somebody that want to get in at 10 o'clock, and she usually says she there at 10 o'clock, and that morning that 10 o'clock person comes in and you're waiting for her to walk in, and she's independent. She can come in when she feel like it. Independent contractors do as they feel like it. And then you call her and be like, hey, you have a 10 o'clock here. Well, I didn't know last night, and I had already scheduled something. And yeah, I see the text message, but I was already asleep, or I didn't even look at my phone. Those issues happen. And then it's because of communication. It's because, well, we thought that this was going to be an automatic base. Independent, they was too flippy floppy about what they, they was too flippy floppy about, see, I'm looking at myself way over there. I know it looks crazy to y'all, so I had to fix it. Too flippy floppy about if they want a receptionist, then they want to pay into the receptionist, then everybody want to give them $30 because certain people want to require certain things from the receptionist. So let me just tell you, they usually take messages. They'll write the name down, phone number, and put it on your door or something like that. They send the stylist client reminders. So if a client walked in the door, they might text you or call you and say, hey, did you know that Mrs. Smith was here? Well, she said she had an appointment with you. Do you want to talk to her right now? Hold on. They'll do that. They usually know the stylist special skills. So when the person calls the salon, the owner that she actually works for is a barber. Somebody call and ask for braids. They know Nicole don't do braids like that. Give them to Janae. Somebody's called for a curl. They know Nicole ain't doing that. Put Miss Kim on the phone. So they know people's special skills usually and directs them with that idea and availability. They are hospitable. This person is the person that make you so good, feel so good for being there, even if you're waiting. Delightful conversation. They're always asking if you're okay, if you need anything. They're hospitable. This is the person that was able to offer your customer a drink because they was able to pay attention that she's been here for a half hour. They know that it's lunchtime and it's time to ask the customer if they need a snack or something like that. They also offer the other new services that's available in the building by saying stuff like, oh, you do know we have a nail tech now. Yes, her name is so-and-so. Her room, let me show it. Let me just give you a little tour and introduce you because she is here. And then they might go ahead and get their nails done because they're waiting for their stylist. Eyebrow service, nail service, if they do razor string, they should know these things. Because that's just a small thing of what they should know. This person usually dresses business professional. If you do like casual business, and I go over this in one of my videos about dressing. So if you want to know what I'm saying when I'm saying these technical, my terms, I do give definition of them on the other videos. But they should dress. I'm a person that I dress business casual. I'm clean. I match, but it doesn't look like DeBartolo's wife should walk in my shop. That wouldn't be the look I would want to portray to get that type of clientele. So if I was trying to get that clientele or trying to establish the salon on that scale, it'd be a person that dresses up that when my client walks through the door, they know that they're supposed to talk to this person. A lot of times our receptionist looks chill, looks like she's one of your cousins. It's usually somebody back there. I don't know who's gonna be back there next time. And people just sit back there. They don't look like they're there for work or business. Like for say a nursing receptionist. You know, you're supposed to ask her questions. You know, you ask her, "Am I next?" That's the person you know to ask that. You do not. If the client is going past that receptionist and walking straight up to you, talk about, "So I'm next, man," is because they're not seen in the visual stimulate that you need them to be seen in. And a lot of times that's just clothes, wardrobe, makeup, hair, a certain charisma, vibe. Fix it, Jesus, fix it. If they're walking past the receptionist to ask you a question that should be catered to her or she know, to not remove you from doing your job so you can get done. So you ain't looking at your clock and who is she? And when's the next person? It's that person. So And again, this person usually works for the receptionist. For the business owner. They usually gather the trash, clean the lobby, desks, and restock the restroom. And they may do the inventory, restock it, or reorder. Now, my favorite type of receptionist is the hiring staff or commission. If you're not familiar with me going over, I do have a video about hiring, salary, and commission, and we still have a special guest from Rockbrook. I can't think of the last name. It's Rockbrook. I gotta look it up. She's going to be talking about the papers, the forms that you need to have signed by your new employee, what you're actually paying them, what's your percentages. She's going to be offering her services, so don't miss that class. It's going to be coming up real soon, and it's going to be a live taping, so other people will be on the call. We get to ask a couple questions that you may have. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be different than this one. This is me recording something I've done a class for, and I'm just touching up on a couple things. So people have somewhere to go and look it up because the other ones be so loud. Okay, salary commission with forward calls. That means that they might, in an employee-based salon, you know how you can't stay your customers, your stylists on the phone? In a commission-based salon, the receptionist is the dodgeball. She do not let the customer through. And when she do let them in, she scheduled it in. Okay, she'll be done with her customer in about a half hour. I'm going to have her call you within that time because she doesn't have anything scheduled until 1. So she'll be able to talk to you between that time. It's scheduled in. It ain't just, so it's on the phone. It's none of that. It's none of that. The receptionists also learn product knowledge. They need to know the product because a lot of times you get a new employee, they might say, oh yeah, and this is the oil I use, but don't know a lot of a base on the product. They just know they like it, it shine, they've been using it that far. They haven't got some knowledge on the product. But the receptionist can close the sale by talking about the product and any information and answer any questions that they need. That receptionist can do it. And usually the product knowledge can also be taught to your employees by the receptionist. Okay, excuse me. This receptionist also keeps a base retail revenue standard and with growing perks. So this person automatically knows how to sell. They speak on what the salon has to offer, what else you can get. Did you know this? Did you know that? Oh, that last product she used on you was this. Oh, you're not going to get any oil sheen. Oh, you might want to get some so-and-so. You said 2 weeks, right? So you're going to need some oil sheen. And the last time you got oil sheen was this. This is the person that know the business. And the knowledge of the product automatically created a base for retail sales. So if she knows the product and I'm telling her, I need you to talk product. I need you to talk product to everybody. It automatically creates that she's selling something and I will give her a commission on that. And if she kept it at a certain level, within the whole salon, I also gave perks like bonuses. If you sell this much in this amount of time, you get this, and you get that. And it really helps. So that a person should be able to talk sales. They don't talk about nothing else but sales, communication, and team. The receptionist always offers amenities and upsell services. Amenities is water being available. Would you like a complimentary water? Complimentary mints is on the side. We have complimentary coffee. They'll even remind you when you call the stylist. They'll even remind you, well, I'm going to have your coffee ready for you in the morning, Miss Johnson. Cold. To me, that's so valuable to me. That type of receptionist. And finding that person, either developing them through training or they already being it, or y'all hearing it right now and applying any of these things to yourself. You could be, if you don't have a large amount of clientele, You can also get another check by just being a receptionist or that. And the power in answering that phone is, I'm calling to get some braids done. And they told me you do braids. If you're the person answering, you do braids. You do braids. And you got the time to answer all their questions. Do it. So that phone is very, very powerful. But don't get caught up with the booth renters because there's a lot of them that's cutthroat. If their customer is trying to get in touch with them and you try to redirect them to your chair, it's a lot of cutthroat stylists that will cuss you out about messing with their money. I'm not one of them. But I've been doing hair for such a long time and getting my hair done in salons that y'all gonna go to blows, cutthroat and another stylist. But if somebody just called, they ain't called for nobody particular. This is a total opportunity for you to sell yourself. Conversation. Remember I told you they're able to product knowledge. They know some stuff. You should be able to talk. They offer upsells. So she's sitting here for a long time. I know that this stylist usually takes their time with their customers, so the client may be sitting a little bit longer. So, and I see that this stylist, every time she comes, she gets lashes. We all of a sudden now have a lastician, so I'm going to offer her services. That's an upsell. So it makes sure that the shop is making money, because the money the shop make, the more they bonus out at the end of the month. Understand? Making them a factor in the team's finances make you get a different person. Now, if you paying somebody a flat rate and that's it, and that's all you're going to get, that's it, that's all. But if you get them to the point that, yeah, you get this flat rate, but let me show you, you also get this. If you're able to successfully do the things that I'm training here, like I do. Oh, so not only you gonna get some big money for having me here, but I'm gonna get some big money because I'm here, because I already know what I can do, and that was it. So this receptionist should be able to upsell, even if they're not doing a service. They should be able to talk about your services so well that somebody's sitting in your chair. Can close a sale for new staff. I said that earlier. So if the stylist is getting perks for retail sales, and this stylist may have said these are the services, like I used to have these prescription pads, and the prescription pad lets you check the products that you use on a customer, and you take that prescription pad to the front desk if you're a new stylist and you're not up good on the product knowledge. And while in front of this receptionist, they'll go over the things that you checked and then talk about those products to the customer before cashing them out. Can I just show you a couple of these products that she checked on here? Which ones would you be interested in learning about? And they go over it. So the employee is being trained more and more on the product because they're listening and they're obtaining, and the experience of how they even do that. So they learn that part as well. So because they didn't do the close of the sale, the receptionist would have been the one that had took the full commission on that sale, because they're actually one closing, because they're doing the training. Close the sale, can train new staff on products and policies. This person the one that goes over the handbook where everything is at, things that they're supposed to do, the days that they're supposed to do it, times they're supposed to do done, who's going to check behind them to do this, what's the repercussions of how it's done, and signing off on the policy book, handbook, rules and regulation book, whatever it is, the non-disclosure clause, non-compete clauses, whatever it is. This person is the one that have you sign all these papers and put these puts together. There's also might be a person that do your hiring forms, copy your ID, whatever that's needed for that, and put that in a folder. Now, let me go. I'm saying all this new stuff, but let me say this. Everything that was on the booth runner side, this receptionist also does too. So everything that in a booth renting salon the receptionist does, the employee hiring salary or commission stylist also does. And those things that I'm also trying to get a person to be that would have made me a perfect receptionist, giving me my perfect piece needed in salon success. So because I never received it, and I'm sure a lot of people got a couple of these same ideas that man, that's it. I'm doing it because you can use this information as a training form. These are the things I'm trying to get. Not all of those things that she said, but this is what I'm looking for. When they want, I'll be a receptionist. You might not want this job. This ain't for everybody. Okay, close policies. This person is able to multitask. That means answering the phone, talking to the customer, dealing with people that can't talk, don't know what to say, how to say it. Discrepancies, the person that's mad, the person that's waiting too long. They know how to deal with the whole team. The stylist that's late, the client that's always late. They learn and they just function so well. It's like peace. They make a peaceful, and it becomes because they're able to multitask. If they're not able to multitask, that frustration of dealing with all the things that you're asking throughout a day, and this is if I'm gonna say one receptionist to 12 stylists. You go higher than that, she needs to have an assistant working, doing something. If it ain't nothing but that person deals with the phones, callbacks, and contacting a customer to make sure. Oh, hi, just calling to make sure that you have your schedule for. Sorry, let me do this again. Hi, I'm calling to confirm your appointment tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Yes. Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you then. To their next, and what I see we got you scheduled for 7 a.m. in the morning. And what's your favorite kind of coffee? Because I'm going to have it here for you. There's so many things that they offer just to become that individual in the salon. Remember, doing all the things that a receptionist does, but these other things captured so much. It created even a bigger revenue source if you're able to get this type of person. They reschedule everyone. They know that no matter what, they are not scared to say, and when you're coming back, and to find some type of way. And okay, so you don't know. When do you want me to call you? And puts it in their book to contact that person to see when they need to reschedule. I do this in one of my other classes. Don't be scared of retail or rescheduling. You know that within 2 or 3 weeks, period, she should be doing something to her hair. Something. So if you're not doing it, you should know that you can retail the products because she should be using either it or something in comparison with it for her to continue the healthy hair that you're trying to keep at a standard. See what I'm saying? So don't be scared of those two things. But the receptionist is not letting somebody get out. If the receptionist is letting somebody get out that door without rescheduling, she is basically removing a foundation. Just removing it, just getting rid of it. You did this person here for you to make money one time, and hopefully they call you back. Instead of setting up a relationship right now, I'm sure they did not come in this door for them to only get their hair done one time in their life. I'm sure they're looking for some type of base to get in and somebody to be able to take care of it. That's it. So they reschedule everybody. They keep good papers and records. They get a hold of all the papers, all the privacy, and they're able to keep them and make sure that the staff, employees, or whatever do not get a hold of those papers. Those papers is owned and to the business owner. In a commission salon, all that paperwork is owned by the owner, not the individual stylist. They don't keep the forms filled out by the customer and the evals that you done. The stylist does not keep that. That is kept. Those records are kept into the salon, and usually the receptionist is the one that keeps them in containment, so they don't just people's information don't just escape the salon. They keep walk-ins flowing and empower the team in a successful rescheduling, management, and relationship. Next day calls. Okay, so this person I said keeps walk-ins flowing. They doing the same thing you doing. While you out passing flyers and stuff like that, they doing the same thing, because the more the shop grow, the more, that's why I said those perks, commissions change for her. She's invested in the salon. She has the possibility of making as much as any one of these stylists in here, because she has almost the same capabilities or qualities or advantages, other than doing the services hands on. Let me see where I'm at. Sorry. Next day calls. I've only been in one shop that did next day calls, and that was the person that calls you in the morning to see, hi, I'm just calling to see how your hair did, how your experience here at the shop was yesterday. I've only been in one shop that did that, and man, and I noticed the difference when the shop did it, because if the customer did take my private card or whatever, and if the salon allowed us to give our private number out to people, if they did, they'll call me and be like, girl, I just want to tell you, my hair is beautiful. I'm about to go out this door and I ain't have to do nothing but take my scarf off. When I seen that they called us to let us know how they love their hair, I seen why that's the type of salon called to confirm the customer's happiness. And as a employee-based salon, a lot of times they won't tell you why they're there. They'll smile and give you the money and walk out that mug and go cry in their car. So when they're in the privacy of their home, a receptionist can always call and do that next day call to see if their experience, if their service was all good, to make sure that that money is coming back, not removing itself. What else do I have here? Oh no, wrong guy. Keeps working flows. Okay, I did that one. Takes pictures of the finishing work. I've been in Texas. When we got done with the work, they were the one that took the money. They asked the customer if they mind taking pictures of their finished look to go up on their social sites. Whatever, they were the person that let them look at the camera. They took the picture. And because of that, I found out that the receptionist needed to be a social butterfly. If they can't use that cell phone, and they're prehistoric, because you got your auntie in there and she ain't learned no new devices. She just know how to open up Facebook, and she could put a couple pictures, but she don't know how to tag and add the flip and add the logo. And the person needed to be social media, like a salon ambassador, a representative, that when they were out, they were representing the salon all the time, and some type of behavior, the way they are, they charisma, they vibe, everything about them wanted you to be in the salon or where they was at, because how they kept themselves up. Like, man, she make it look like it's easy. Yes, that's what I needed. Somebody that made it look easy on a day-to-day basis, because I struggle. So I needed a person that made it look easy and was a social butterfly. So it meant that they had to be in a certain age bracket for me, and not messy. I don't want nobody talking on Facebook the night before that they gonna come up to my shop. I didn't want to have that situation. So again, the person was hard to find. And the person is hard to find. So any of these skills, developing them with you already doing hair, or as an independent stylist, if you ain't never ever thought about this, around 11 o'clock, your customers start getting hungry. If they was there between 9 and 10, they probably just, especially if they told you, I just woke up and ran over here, girl. They ain't say nothing about no breakfast, or me and my friend went out for breakfast, it possibly didn't have it. So offer them a snack, or the snacks available for purchase in the front, great. About 1 o'clock, I believe that the receptionist, if that receptionist should do the same thing Hey, it's 11 o'clock. Hey, you want any snacks? You know we have snacks in the front. Well, what type of snacks? We have this. I almost turned them to a stewardess. So if you've ever been on the airport, that was also, I wanted that character. Like, oh, man. If somebody just went around and just asked them if they want offer snacks, they might turn them down, but we know you in here for a minute or you've been here for a minute. So let me offer you something because I don't want this to be unpleasant because now you're starving or you're thirsty. So they offer it. About 1 o'clock, 12:30, that same receptionist should get up and do a swipe of the salon. Because if you did offer lunch or you did see everybody going to get lunch, it's possibility that the shop look a dang on mess. It's food everywhere. People that put it to the side, put the pop here, left it at the dryer. Another person is sitting there. It ain't even their cup, and the salon is looking a mess for everybody that walks in at 2 o'clock. So I also believe that because just like the waitress, she comes, she hits your food, you see her again, she comes by to see if the food is okay, if the steak is cooked right, or she waits to see if it's cooked right. Then she comes back in. Do you need any drinks? She comes back in. Anybody want dessert or a receipt? It should be something in that type of rotation. That person don't just sit there and answer the phone. They are dealing in hospitality. You supposed to make the customer feel like this experience is not as long as it is. And if it was great because I was amongst great company like yourself. Okay, so no services, the prices, it varies with stylists. So employees, if you want to do levels on your stylist, like this is my VP, that means she's been here for a certain amount of time, or she completed a certain amount of tasks, or she's done a certain amount of training, she's on this level. They should know the levels that your stylist is on. They should also know their skill set. And if their skill set is weak, if they need to be in some type of training, they aware the owner, hey, we need to put, this one needs this. And especially if the salon offers any type of training or whatever, the things that they're missing or needing that weakens the whole team. It ain't so much that they telling, but they looking out like you. Like again, there's a lot of grown folks that just can't come up to somebody and be like, "Hey, I think my single braids is weak because I get like a lump, or when I'm trying to blend their hair at the end, it ain't going in, it always stick out, and I'm cutting their real hair." Any of those issues, if they see them, this is the person that finds a way to problem solve those issues with your individual stylist. Especially again, if you're an owner operator, you behind the desk doing your own hair. It's not a lot of times that the customer come by your station, do a whole 360, and you really look at them and see if everything is right, and then they walk out that door. And a lot of times they'll stop at your station if they already think it's wrong, waiting for you to say something's wrong, and you don't have the time to look up at them. The receptionist is that being for you. She's supposed to have your back on this. Hey, double check it. That's why, again, the pictures for the social media. Hey, you mind us getting some? So we know what they did when I look at my employees' work for the week or work for the day. Look at the website or look at the Instagram site and catch up on, okay, she did this person. Oh, that's nice. This and the other. Oh, so they offered her lashes too. You know what I'm saying? I can look at the book and tell you what the person was scheduled for and see the upsell. So I see the hustle amongst my own stylists. So it's very important. Okay, here, let me see what else I got. I put this so little on one piece of page. I should have put it on different pages. I'm sorry. I'm going to do it a different way next time. Take video footage of the stylist working. If they ain't doing nothing and everything is dead, everything that they're doing that day is promotion. So if they cleaning combs or whatever, they can do videos of how we keep our salon clean. Check out the work, this, that, and the other. The hustle never stops. Whatever. They do videos. The stylist could be working. A lot of times, people seeing how people work and how fast they work can spark new clientele. It's hard to be doing some braids and videotaping yourself, especially close up. So that person a rotation of, okay, we're going to go through and I'm just going to get a quick glimpse of what everybody's up to real quick on the live. Say hi, y'all. We got Nicole here today, y'all. Miss So-and-so's in. So-and-so is ready for y'all. Hey, if the stylist is not busy, tell them a couple things that you do here at the salon. The stylist can get interviewed. There's so many things that the receptionist can be in control of to make sure that that walk-in clientele is flowing. So that's a couple of my ideas for that one. What else? Okay, this receptionist is also when people come in the door and they ain't there, they would have became such a personality in your salon. It's such a important piece that when they're not there, your customers don't know what to do. They'll get to the desk and they'll wait, and then they'll think maybe she's in the back. They won't interrupt the stylist because they've been trained not to do it. They don't even know they've been trained not to do it. And then, um, Ryan, is Cal not here today? See, because he's an important piece, and if he's missing, where is he? Is he okay? Because he's an important piece, an important piece of their experience. But if they sit there and say, "Oh, that one girl ain't here," I was wondering when you was gonna fire one girl, not her name, anything but her name, you might need to fire. Okay, what else I got here? Jesus. Oh yeah, the cute extras I told you, like reminding the customer, telling them you're gonna have their coffee ready for them, tell them they don't have to stop and get any coffee. We have complimentary coffee here. And tell them the type. Do you like? Because you might have told them you got coffee there, and when they get there, they thought you had a variety of coffee, and you don't, and ain't none of this coffee the coffee they like. So don't, and you know how important coffee is. So if you're gonna be cute with it, know what you're talking about. You might the same records or on their appointment. You can put notes on. Oh, Mrs. So and So loves water or the type of water. She might have told you. That's hospitality. Hey, knowing the tricks that nobody else can pick up with in quick time is always a plus. Knowing personal things, always a plus. They're the ones that text the address to the customer when they do the reminder. If they say they need to know the address, because they'll ask, "Do you have the address? Do you know where we're located? Do you want me to send you a directions link? Are you familiar with using a director's link? Because if they're older, they might not know that blue thing come. They might not have text messaging. It might not come up, and they know to push the link for them to find out, and they don't even know how to use the map. So again, I told you the person had to be a social butterfly, but mature and be able to communicate with older people. That they're not offensive, not ever. And that's hard. That's hard. Oh. Let's see. Okay, and I already talked about the lunchtime going around, asking everybody if they would like to buy purchase any snacks, or if it's complimentary snacks, whatever it is, if they want to get some. And 1 o'clock doing that same check to clean the salon to get it back to the standard, because we do know the stylist is busy. They're trying to get the customers out, and you're a part of the team. It ain't about the job. It's about the salon needs to be clean, looking for the next group of people walking in here at 2, even though they ate. You might sit there and put a little incense in the air because they might have ate Subway or something like that. The smells. I talk about that in one of my videos too. So that person figures that out to make sure the experience walking in is better. Okay, so my last thing. These was all my extra pieces. This person monitors the back bar uses, waste, and properly used, and make sure that so this person makes sure that the person ain't just grab a whole spoonful of relaxer, put it in a bowl to slap it on somebody's head when that relaxer was actually enough for 3 people's head. This person makes sure that the shampoo bar is clean and everybody went back and they put everything away. They make sure that they know that this shampoo is supposed to last this amount of time within this amount of clientele, and they're monitoring so things ain't just getting snuck out, stole tissue. It will happen, especially if you got one of them storage rooms that look like you just clipped a whole bunch of coupons from Family Dollar. You might not want everybody going in that room, so they monitor those type of things as well. Even though they part of this team, their whole thing is to make sure financially you ain't getting robbed. So they look at it, they monitor it, make sure people just ain't giving away services. Like we ain't did a reconstructor. Ain't nobody paid for a reconstructor in over 4 weeks, but the bottle empty. A nice meeting will fix that, especially if your staff is employees that's using the product. Distributed promotional material. So while they out, they pass out flyers too. Oh man, I love this type of person. Manages business social sites. That's my favorite. They able to do that, and they know how to do all of them. And if you know a little bit more about me on the social sites, ooh, I want it. I wanted that person. Communicates with the stylist and clients that each are motivated, ready, and prepared to give and receive a great experience. So the stylist is ready because she knows she has a 10 o'clock in the morning. So she comes in ready to perform and give her customer whatever it is that she was told that your first customer is a relaxer girl. It's Miss So-and-so. And she don't need to be out until, or she needs to be out at this time. And the customer got that call. Hi, Mrs. Richards. I just told Tasha that you're coming in tomorrow at 11 o'clock for a relaxer. Is there any things or any changes you need me to make to your schedule? So we should be expecting you at 10? Wonderful. Okay. Well, I'll put it down. Thanks so much. And it just flows so good. Customer can't wait to see you. Hi, baby. Oh, man, when you call me, I always smile when you call me. The vibe of the receptionist. You should almost love her. Like, man, I just love her. Experience, your service. Okay, a receptionist's job is to make an experience, to assist in the experience. So your service is making a moment feel like they are continuously being catered to, even when they're waiting. You're building an experience that, oh, so what time you got your appointment? 10 o'clock. So what you doing now? Nothing. Did you get shampooed at least? No, that call happens. If she was talking to the receptionist about some products, oh girl, where I'm at the shop. My appointment was at 11. What you doing? Right now I'm sitting there talking to this girl about some products. Let me call you back. Yeah, she telling me about some stuff. See how it works? See how it works? Hopefully y'all seeing how this works. Try to give you some examples like, hey, that worked right there. So the receptionist job is making an experience, a beautiful experience, a continuous experience of being catered to, even when they're not being catered to. Okay? So make them happy. That keeps the staff working, cleaning, and promoting. When you doing hair and busy because you already have a book staff, that's why you needed a receptionist to sit there and take care. That's why you need a receptionist like this to take care of so many other business entities of you. You needed a twin down there, assistant, something. This entity, this important entity, to if the staff ain't doing nothing and they see the staff ain't doing nothing, they should know if they stations need to be cleaned out, or if a cleaning inspection should be coming up. If you ain't doing nothing, hey, can you fold the towels? Making the team continuously practice state board laws, learn new techniques. The receptionist also might send them hey, I need you to learn this. This is what I seen you need to fix. And send them a link. Might send them a link to mine. You might send them a link to somebody else's video how to, or how to make it easier. They might be doing it the old way that takes 10 minutes longer, whatever. But that receptionist is paying attention. She keeps the staff working, cleaning, and promoting, especially if they're employees. You know, somebody will sit down and do nothing. You must be able to trust them. Them important papers, if you don't sign a non-disclosure clause, if you hiring your cousin because you need to help her get on her feet, and she might backstab you and use all that information against you, might light your business up. So you must be able to trust them, or you must have the paperwork behind you that if they didn't, something bad happens. And if they ain't got a lot of money, it's not much bad you can do to somebody already broke. So trust is necessary. I'm gonna say even with the paperwork, it's necessary if you're gonna trust them with all of these details. And my last thing, important piece to my receptionist, and I never ever been able to get it, and it would have took my business to new heights. So let me tell you, coding. As a licensed professional, I am licensed in shampooing, conditioning, treatments, and all those things, facets of hair. If I have a client that is, say, going through chemo, have had cancer, in remission, and just trying to get her hair growing back, the doctor or dermatologist, like say if you came to me and you had a large amount of cradle cap, any medical issue that I'm not familiar with, or I think it's this, but I'm not sure, I can forward you and refer you to a dermatologist. Now, hopefully, the professional, me, myself, and the dermatologist has built a business relationship that doctors pay for referrals to other doctors. They pay for those referrals. They give you a commission or a backlash for referring them to this one, to then this one. So you could qualify for that, or make those type of things available for yourself as a professional. Another thing, once the dermatologist, and a lot of times if you send them to them, they usually prescribe them a shampoo or a cream, or prefer you to shampoo your hair every day. Now, different from Caucasian hair and any other hair, shampooing our hair every day is very difficult because of all the steps needed to get it back to the look, or to the look that we wanted to create. It don't just happen in a half hour before work. It's time, y'all. Especially if you're doing it yourself. And a lot of business professionals don't do their hair. They're not even trying to be educated on how to do their hair. They pay a professional to do that for them. If in those cases, if this is something medically needed that the doctor prescribes them to be used, if the doctor refers them back to you lawfully, or the way their insurance works, their insurance will pay for their hair services, because this is a medical necessity. This is not just you getting your hair done and cosmetic and feeling good about yourself. This is you went through chemo. Chemo caused these other medical care issues for you, like alopecia or any of those things. And you need someone to apply this product correctly for hopefully you to get some of your hair back, or the confidence that you need, or the putting a wig on your hair. All that stuff comes off of as a medical necessity, because working in a business atmosphere requires that we look a certain way. Just truthfully speaking, it ain't. It is not a lot of places just gonna hire all ugly people, because they know that everybody it's gonna be like a monster show. Like, what the, everybody that works there is shop of horrors. They want to be around people like themselves, comfortable, that they can go up to them and ask them a question, and they get the question or the response as easy as they asked it. So you're not gonna find a whole place just full of nuts or full of. It's just not. So billing and coding. If the person is able to do this, they'll be the one that send off the papers to the insurance, charging their insurance for the services done. And their insurance will pay for it because it's a medical necessity. You have to do it. Person don't even know how to do it, don't know how to do it correctly. When it causes emotional issues, stress, depression. Loss of hair causes so many medical issues. Like, it can make you depressed. It can make you shut off from people. It can make you not talk to people. Worried that the wig gonna fall off, not go places because you're scared the wig gonna fly off your head. It's so many medical issues that getting your hair done, being beautiful, helps you be successful. So I'm out of here. That was my perfect person. Hopefully y'all can either create one or become one. Usually half of this stuff is stuff that a business owner does, trying to do, has hired somebody to do. They might have different people doing different things. Just want to do the promotion. Everybody advertise a little bit. I'll do a little here and there, whatever. But the more these things are done, the more successful the salon can be. The more each team member are able to emulate little parts of other people's business, the more successfully the salon can grow. Because after she get a certain amount of clients and they're on rotation returning, it's hard to put another new client in that person's chair. And if they been there for 2 years and then you still putting new people in your chair, so you either don't really want to do hair and just here and there, or you're not able to retain the client. So you must be missing some type of training to make that customer want to come back and sit in your chair. So if you've been doing hair for a long time and everybody ain't returning, you're just making a large amount of money with new customers and ain't no returning customers, training is definitely in your future. So God bless, enjoy, share this with somebody that needs the information. You can also use it as a training tool. Have them sit down, go over the stuff, and this is the little things that we look for in the salon. These are a couple ideas that we do run, or whatever way you want to use it, but be blessed and be successful. Okay, so I need to get this down. Just don't never do what I wanted to do immediately. Bye, y'all.